Nick Bookert and John Conley have the whistles. George and Greg here courtside with our statistician Joe Abramson and Chuck Fair, our stage manager. Jared Allen. This is rush it up. Malik Beasley, a step up two, won't go through. Tap back to Malik, way outside for Tim Hardaway Jr. He'll drive and scoop and score off the square. Nice start.
Right there.
Mobley on the perimeter, flips to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell spins and fires and fills it up. He had 25. Jalen Duren screens for Dennis Schroeder all the way inside. Flips it in front to Asar Thompson. Leaning, Glasser goes for Asar. The Pistons with the lead. Mobley with a high screen for Darius Garland. Gets it back on the wing. Fires, fills it.
You got to deal with it if you're guarding him or playing the Cavaliers.
9-8 Cleveland. Malik Beasley down deep for a dunk to Jalen Duren. Very well could be. Okoro got 1 for 2. Pistons to forecourt. Asar Thompson crosses over, leaning, Glasser, good. Asar off to a strong start.
A secondary move, George. He was cut off on the initial surge, crossed over, and still put a lot of pressure on Jalen Duren.
Man, that helps a lot. 15 all. As the Pistons go inside to Jalen Duren, tried to go up to the jam. Only got a hand on it at first against Okoro. Now he's got Merrill guarding him, gets by him, gets to the basket, scoops off the high glass and scores. Count that baby and a foul. Dennis Schroeder penetrates. Corner to Simone. Up fake and a long gun that won't go, but Schroeder's got the rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3, and that one's through, and that's another one. That was a 3. Those 23-20 Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr. with another triple. Man, he was 2.5, 3 steps behind the long line. Mobley with the dribble, stops, sends it, scores it from distance.
His first couple, maybe 3 years, he never would think about doing that, but now...
Rebound comes away to Javonte Green. Donovan Mitchell spins to the baseline, scoops and scores.
Within range, that's the thing. Nice job after that timeout.
They're within 3. Mobley inside. Threes all around, nowhere to go. And the Pistons run it out to Ron Holland for a dynamite dunk.
Regroup and come out a different team.
Donovan Mitchell whips the cross-court pass. It's picked off by Malik Beasley. Lob. Reverse jam for Asar Thompson. Gives it up to Dennis Schroeder. Screen from Stu. Nice drive by Schroeder off the glass with a runner. And he hits it. And we're tied at 43. Garland with the basketball for the Cavs. Okoro screens. Garland stops on the wing. Fires and fills it up. All net on that shot. Hoopster at Detroit Northern High. Back when they were called the Eskimos.
More than a quiet storm, man.
Tim Hardaway Jr. from the corner out of the timeout. Drains it from distance. Rebound Cleveland. Garland to forecourt. Garland down the lane. Shot blocked out of bounds. It was on the way up. Mobley hands it deep to Jared Allen. Pistons punch it away. Jalen Duren with a block. Open in the corners, Malik Beasley, and he triples. A little shimmy.
Disadvantaged spot.
Donovan Mitchell to Okoro for a corner gun. It is off iron to Asar Thompson. Way up to Tim Hardaway Jr. for a slam. Here's Mobley from the corner. Hardaway splashes it down. What a night for Tim Hardaway Jr. Jalen Duren outside for Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder into the corner to Hardaway Jr. for a long gun. It goes! Mitchell gets it back on the drive. Merrill from the wing. Misfires. Rebound tap, but controlled by Jared Allen. And Asar Thompson blocked his shot.
That's good defense by the Cavs. They took away Beasley's opportunities and Duren's and forced it to Thompson.
Mitchell with the basket, blocked by Asar. Pistons rush it up, laying it up, and laying it in. Beasley against Merrill. Beasley in the lane. Outside Asar. Clock at 1. He'll fire. It's off the rim. Malik with the rebound. Back up and in. Count that baby, and a foul. Who has 10 points, 7 assists, and 6 boards. Garland to the lane. Deep bounce for Hunter. And DeAndre Hunter reverses and scores. Cavaliers have it in the hands of Dean Wade. Now deep right to Garland for a long gun that goes. That was way, way, way behind the long line. Dennis Schroeder gives to Malik Beasley, gets it back, lobs it cross court to Malik. This for 3, and it's through! Malik Beasley buries it from behind the long line. Mitchell finds a little daylight, but lost the ball. Simone Fontecchio to Marcus Sasser. Off to Malik, this for 3, and it's through! The long gun goes for Malik Beasley. Isaiah Stewart puts it on the deck, goes behind the back, reverses, and scores! Count that baby, and a foul! Wow, what a play by Stu! Marcus Sasser with a basketball. Fires topside, fills it! That's a 3!
No knock on Simone Fontecchio, but he was in there in place of the hottest guy in the building.
Down the lane goes Donovan Mitchell for a deuce. Rifles a pass outside to Marcus Sasser. Ron Holland gives it back to Marcus. On the drive, dishes to Stu for a stuff. That was a dynamite dunk.
Stewart and Duran at the center spot, locking it down.
106-89. Pistons poke it away. 2-on-1 break. Ron Holland doesn't give it up. Instead, he throws it down. 8:47 to play. Donovan Mitchell to the lane. Way outside for Dean Wade, who drills it. He tries to lob it inside for Marcus Sasser. Batted away and swiped by the Cavaliers. Garland to Wade for a corner 3. That one won't go through, but tapped up and in. Up 108-94 over the Cavaliers. Tim Hardaway Jr. on the drive. Nice dump off to Asar for a stop. It's 110-96. 7 minutes left. Pistons have to continue to dominate, and they don't. Takeaway. Wade to the basket. Rises and slams. The cameraman's down. Darius Garland starts his drive. Bounces it to a basket-cutting Donovan Mitchell. Scores and draws a foul. Thank you, Natalie. Cavaliers with a basketball. Donovan Mitchell with a deep 3 that's through. Ouch.
Both to themselves and their fans and any other doubters out there, this is not going to be easy.
Hardaway Jr. for 3 from the corner, and it's through. Huge hoop. 32 for Tim Hardaway Jr. Donovan Mitchell with a 3, and that one's through on the other end.
Must be the fourth quarter, George.
Rebound comes away to Okoro. In the hands of Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell rises a deep, deep 3. That's through. A bump by Garland. They don't call it. Schroeder to the lane. Stops and fires. And fills it up. Dennis Schroeder with a huge hoop. JD with a high screen for Schroeder. Okoro's got Schroeder. Tim Hardaway Jr. to the baseline. In front for a stop. 126-118 Pistons. Schroeder against Mitchell, who's playing with 5 fouls. He'll step back and fire and fill it up. The shot of the night right there.
Not in the least.
129-118. A swipe by Asar. Took his time to the rim, threw it down. Hard-fought game and a great victory for the Pistons here. Playing without stars Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris. They take down